Anthony went home yesterday.
I was very excited. I got my copy of Microsoft Vista.
Ooh.
And I was going to load it on up onto my computer. I got a Dell XPS. Thing's probably 6 months old, if that. All the top of the line quad graphics cards and just I got like 4 gigs of RAM in it. The things, it's really, I set it up for gaming. So I figure I could take advantage of all that RAM by putting Vista on the machine. It's the new operating system. Why wouldn't you? And people are warning me, don't do it because they don't work the bugs out until like the first patches come out for it and everything. And I'm like, all right, I could deal with that. Just let me, install it.
Let me just help people along that are maybe new to the show. You're way ahead of us as far as computers go.
I could dig around, and I know my way around a computer. I know what the parts do. I know when there's conflicts. I know how to fix them. Give me enough time, and I could take care of the problem.
You're pretty much educated as far as
I know what I'm doing.
Goes.
Oh, yeah.
You're not a newbie, okay? You're not one of these guys that needs help just turning the computer on.
Absolutely not.
Just want to make that perfectly clear as you move on here. Go ahead.
And it wouldn't even load. I couldn't even. Like, people is telling me how awful it's going to be once it loads and how I'm going to have problems with it and it's buggy and things like that. I couldn't even get it to load. You know what I got it to do? You know what Vista did for me? It ate up half of my XP operating system to the point where my computer was rendered useless for hours on end.
Oof.
Hours on end. It would give me nothing, but it would start to load, and then that blue fatal screen would come on. That one that looks like it's from 1975.
Oh, boy.
That screen with the big text that just says things and tells you how screwed you are. That's what it did for me. That's what it accomplished. It was giving me all kinds of things where I was getting conflicts with hardware. This is brand new hardware. I'm not trying to load it on an old machine or anything. The drivers, of course, have to be updated to Vista drivers. Some of the companies that have, like my graphics card company, has betas out for the graphics card, which means we just kind of whipped these up and threw them out there for you. Godspeed. Hope it works. So I was just sitting there trying not to throw everything onto the floor and just smash everything.
How many hours were you doing this for?
I got home all excited, my brand new little box with the software in it and everything. I'm ready to go.
And you're figuring maybe a half hour?
No, a new OS is going to take you a good hour and a half to load up. So at least with a good system.
So you're thinking maybe 2 at the worst.
Yeah.
A couple hours, you'll get this up and running.
That's another thing.
And then you can go check it out.
I'm interested in the process. So I don't care if it takes me a couple hours. And I got the laptop next to me, which is good. If you get any problems, you just go online with the other computer and you can kind of, fix the computer with the computer. Holy Jesus. I went from when I got home at about, I guess, noon. I was home at noon and started immediately. 10:30 last night.
Oh, my God.
I was just starting to think about going to bed because I assumed I had gotten my computer back into working order with XP, back reloaded onto it. Until 3 this morning, I heard boom, 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 like things popping up on my computer as it was trying to upgrade automatically. Just missing parts and drivers and files. It's just a catastrophe.
Did you picture punching the screen at all?
Oh, I wanted to so bad. The worst part was, as it's loading, it wasn't at the beginning of the load. It was toward the end. So I'd have to wait an hour for this system to load for it to tell me, nope. And then I get a big screen with a bunch of the conflicts, and then I'm trying to fix the conflicts by going to the various vendor sites of my cards, downloading the most recent drivers. I downloaded the new BIOS for my computer, which, you got to keep up to date, and it's telling me there's conflict with that. It's just conflict. So I decided on a lark.
Oh, boy.
For a goof.
Oh, boy.
Because I knew what this was going to happen.
I wish you'd taped this, by the way.
I did. In the middle of the call,
I really wish you taped it.
I didn't even get angry, but I had wished I taped it. I called Microsoft customer service.
Ooh.
And I got... Hello? This is customer service. My name is Elaine. No, your name's not Elaine. Let's stop with the dishonesty right now. I know you're in India. Your name is Ahanbalama, and you're not going to be able to help me one bit. She did. Here's how it started. Okay, what happened? Well, I bought Vista, and I want to install it. I have XP. It's my system. I told them the system I have and everything. And I'm getting a blue screen error right at the end of the load sequence for this. I'm trying to upgrade the drivers. I've done all that, and still this will not load. And here's what she goes. The first thing she goes, okay, Mr. How do you spell your name? And I spell my last name, and she couldn't get it right 5 times in a row. C-U-M as in Michael I-A. C-U-N. They cannot friggin' hear letters. So finally that got sorted out, and she goes, okay, Mr. Comia, we will... are you connected to the internet? And I'm like, I go, wait. I said, right there, hold on. I go, excuse me, ma'am. We are light years past that point right here. Light years. Don't go through the flow chart. I don't want to hear. Is your PC plugged in? Did you hit the on switch? Is there a disk in the... Let's bypass all that. Go to step 6,033,033, because that's where we are on your flow chart. And she could not help. She kept asking me the same thing. She goes, so what do you... And she's all nervous. She goes, what do you... you tried the Vista on the XP and it wouldn't install. Yes. I explained it again. And she goes, okay, hold on. Puts me on hold. Comes back and goes, so now the XP you have, and you tried the Vista, but this is not loading for you. And I said, look, this continued a couple of times. I said, you've asked me the same thing 5 times. I go, look, I bought Vista. It will not load on my XP system. I get a blue screen error. Can we move past that part and get to something that will fix this problem? It was useless.
Yeah, when did you realize that she couldn't help you?
But the second she said hello. But I swear to you, I'm not even joking.
But this is the beauty of all of us. Yep. You knew this person could not help you whatsoever. But
not in the least.
But you had to stay on the line.
Had to play it out.
I
wanted to see how much she didn't know about what she was supposed to know about. So finally, after a while, she goes, I will hand you off to a technician. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get, a guy named Brad in the friggin' Silicon Valley somewhere, and he's going to tell me, dude, don't be stupid. You do this, that, everything works. Hello, my name is Bob. I get another Indian guy that is more concerned with giving me my case number and making a file for me than fixing anything, because he doesn't know anything either. So he's just like, okay, what step are you at now? I go, I'm on the step of calling you. Like trying to get some type of assistance because I've done everything that is supposed to be done. Updated everything. All the drivers, all the updates that Windows supplies, everything was updated. And then I'm getting message board things telling me I got to unupdate. Just rip all your drivers out and then load it up raw, a full clean install. So I tried that instead of the update because those never work. So I tried a clean install. And what it did was cleaned out half of my XP where that couldn't load and Vista couldn't load. So I'm sitting there with a computer that just can't load. So now I'm taking the old XP disk out, popping it back in, reloading that, and I had backed up all my files that I needed.
Right.
So I didn't care. It was just a big waste of time. But
so what are you going to do with Vista? Throw it out the window?
People have asked me online. They want to see what is called the dump file that you get when your computer crashes like that. You see it's dumping physical memory, and it says they want to see the dump file. They're going to get a dump file. It's going to be me having dumped on the Vista disc, and I will upload the picture onto...
So what's the solution with this Vista? Get a brand new computer with it
already on it.
With it already installed?
Yeah, that seems to be the only way these things really work. And or you can really kind of strip your computer down and load it on and hope for the best that there's drivers available for the real expensive good hardware that I have on my computer. I got like top of the line graphics cards that for some reason they really don't have the drivers for it for Vista.
Here's the answer. Mac.
Oh yeah.
I was posting. Never deal with that again.
Well, the computer I had next to me was my my MacBook. So I was posting on the message board, going back and forth with people that have a string. How do you like Vista? Things like that. And I go, well, let me tell you how much I like it. I'm posting this from my MacBook right now because I'm looking at a blue screen of death sitting in front of me on my Windows monitor.
That's beautiful.
Oh, it was just a catastrophe. Catastrophic failure of that computer. And at 3 in the morning, I heard that bong, bong. So it's still screwed up. It's still screwed up.
Let's go to Paul listening to us on WYSP.
Hey.
We appreciate that you're supporting the local stations there. Paul, what's going on?
Hey, man, I would rather be in an Opie's shoes than...
You deliver jokes like Vista loads.
Exactly.
He wanted to say I'd rather fart for 18 hours than load Vista. So.
I'd have had better luck trying to load it on my MacBook.
There you go.
That's
stupid.
The way you felt, as frustrated as you feel at an advanced point, like Anthony can go out and load drivers. That's how I would feel just putting something simple on it, and that's what would happen.
And you get so livid.
Yeah.
And hours are going by. Hours. And I'm just trying to get this to load, and I keep getting that blue screen.
It's amazing what kind of patience you have.
He is.
I'll pick it apart. I'll sit there and just pick the problem apart. And usually, well, up until now, I've been able to, solve any computer problem I've had.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes hours, but I just pick it apart, one thing at a time. I was just trying to eliminate one conflict, hardware conflict, driver conflict at a time, and it just would not work. And it was... You would think with Vista out and all this big thing that drivers would just be available. These drivers are the things that make the operating system recognize the hardware. It's called a driver. And if the OS doesn't recognize the hardware, you might as well just have, a block of lead in the computer because it ain't going to do anything. It was infuriating.
When I saw, we have a prep sheet, and I came in, and you look at your prep sheet, and it says stories. Anthony can't install Windows Vista.
Oh, I know.
I just giggled.
You were joyful. You were giddy.
And you must have been so hot under the collar.
Oh.
I will not be going the way of Vista anytime soon.
Oh.
I think maybe if I buy a new computer in the next year, I'll have it.
Put it this way, with the way my memory is, my short-term memory is garbage, and for phone numbers and things like that, I got to the point where I memorized the key number to the Windows. It's
wow.
18 friggin' numbers of 4 blocks of the. It got to that point where I had put it in so many times.
Wow.
Oh yes, this old number.
All right.
Infuriating.
That was Anthony's night. We got lots. Oh, how are you, Anthony?
I am fine and dandy on this Friday morning. Nothing beats just getting up at an ungodly hour every day. I love it.
It sucks when you're healthy, but I've been under the weather all week. I hate the term under the weather.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all under the weather? Exactly. We're all under the clouds. It would be really tough to be above the clouds unless you're flying.
Even up there, you can be under the weather.
What a dopey saying.
Why did you even say it?
That's how I've always described being under the weather.
Feeling under the weather.
Makes it a lot harder to get up at 4.
It's old terminology.
That alarm goes off and you're not feeling quite right.
No.
Oh, my God. Anyway, you just showed me a video in the office.
Oh, yeah.
I think your video is going to go viral.
Do you
really
think?
do. Yes.
Well, I was compelled to take out the old little camcorder yesterday and little digital camera and make a little video of my experience with Windows Vista. Everyone's just loving it.
This is supposed to be all the rage.
Oh,
it was released this week. People were lining up.
People were getting it at midnight.
Yeah.
All excited to load it up on their PCs.
Sure.
Replace that nasty old XP that's been working fine for years. So a lot of people said, don't get it, especially right now, because a lot of these softwares, when new software comes out, you got to wait a little while until they get the bugs out of it. I'm like, no, I'll load it up and see what happens. Well, I would have liked to have even loaded it up. It wouldn't load on my computer. Wouldn't even load. The stupid operating system wouldn't even load. So I don't just go, disk no work. I kind of know about computers, so I tracked down all of the reasons why it didn't work. Because, they kind of give you these little codes and reasons, and after a while you can figure out what it is. So you go to the various sites that produce the equipment that goes into your computer, and then you see how that can be compatible with the new Vista. Well, to no avail. It's just they want you to actually make your computer equipment that was working really, really good work kind of crappy so you can use their operating system. It's like, yeah, you could use it. It'll work with what you have, but you got to really downgrade what you got. Like, I got great video cards in my computer. The games run amazing. Full screen, everything set to max, and smooth as silk. Great frame rate, looks beautiful. And I would have to, downgrade that to use this operating system. Why would I want to do that? So I did all the searching and everything and just finally had it. So how
many hours did you spend trying to install this?
A total of probably, within 2 days, probably 20 hours.
20 hours.
Of sitting there.
2 days, which stopped.
Yeah, within 2 days.
Within 20 minutes.
Oh, this thing is supposed to be, yeah. It's like, this could take an hour to load. So make some time for yourself.
An hour. I'm disgusted.
An hour would be like, come on.
Yeah.
You'd be there going, come on.
Yeah.
How about you go through 12 hours in one straight clip of trying to fix it, and then, right at the end of when it's supposed to be loaded? That's what got me, too. It wasn't I threw the disc in, and all of a sudden something came up and said, hey, you can't use this. It was like everything was fine. All the little things are happening. It's loading. And then right at the end, when I'm supposed to have this brand new operating system, I got the blue screen of death that comes up. That blue friggin' War Games DEFCON 1
with the giant font.
With the big font, because everything is shut off on your computer except blue background and the ability to write some text.
It's a giant font that just says, "You're effed."
Yeah. A problem, critical error, dumping physical memory, right. And you see some numbers twist, and then it goes reverting back to original operating system. So after all that, it goes back to Windows XP, which I had on there.
You bought or you put on there?
It was on when I bought the computer. But it took that long to go back to what I had. So, like I said, I really tried everything.
So when are the bugs going to be out?
To know of it. Who knows? Now I'm reading about class action lawsuits against the company, Microsoft, and...
Because of Vista.
Yeah.
Class action lawsuits.
Yeah, because it's a bunch of people that just get together and sue because it's not compatible with all of their stuff. And it's not like my computer's really new. It's not like it's some old, I can't load it on my old 486 from 1990. What's the problem here? It's a new computer, new NVIDIA quad video cards. I mean, this thing is, set up for gaming.
How much is the upgrade? Like $200 or something?
Yeah, about that.
Vista?
Yeah. And over $3 for the whole thing. If you don't have, you want. It's just so.
What's wrong with XP? Because why? Okay,
why would I even
try? There's nothing wrong with XP, but you got to just always move on to the next thing.
That's just how we are.
Because you know what happens? Here's the reason I wanted to upgrade. Nothing more than I have a little tech talk, but I had 4 gigs of RAM in my machine.
whatever.
Most people have like one these days.
Excuse me?
Yeah, but
that's good enough for.
But I am now
not
working.
Good enough for Anthony though.
XP only acknowledges 2, and I have 4 in there, and I wanted to acknowledge 4. Because maybe
but
not for
Vista
now.
Acknowledged nothing.
Nothing. It didn't even load, and it's for gaming. I just want it for gaming. Yeah, laugh. You can laugh. I won't even be upset. Point and laugh. I'm not upset in the
4
least.
rams of Remy.
Look to your right. The video's up on opieandanthony.com. OPIE.
Yeah.
And
so I put it.
Right here?
Yeah, that's a little view of where I do some of my business. And
there he is shredding the Vista.
Yeah, I showed people how to install Vista into not my computer.
Ostracize people more by shredding a $300 program.
Into my fellow's shredder.
No, I think a lot of people are happy that Anthony did this because this video is popping up on some sites now and it's getting downloaded a lot at this point.
Everyone is pissed.
Everyone is pissed and frustrated because this was supposed to be the big thing and...
Ooh, that's a cross shredder too.
We talked. We talked about this the other day. We talked about this the other day.
My identity, will ya? That is a cross shredder. Thing's confetti.
No, people are. I mean, people are.
People are pissed.
Are pretty much with Anthony on this one.
It's working with some people's computers. Some people say, "Hey, it's worked fine for me." But I think the people that it's working for have very basic computers. It's just they use it. Yeah, they use it for, email and stuff, and they're not. It's not like really high-end stuff for gaming. And NVIDIA, which puts out video cards, it's a huge name for video cards. It's not like Bob's Video Cards. Right. Microsoft doesn't recognize the drivers for it. And they have a set of drivers you can download for it, but then it downgrades the quality of the video. Why get a new operating system if you have to make everything less than it was before?
Why do they feel like they had to go to market already? It sounds like there's some...
Because they had already put off.
And I understand when this stuff comes out, there's always bugs, and they got to...
Yeah, I don't mind a few bugs.
Work it out here and there, but it seems like this product wasn't really ready.
It wasn't. And Microsoft is so, they want everything to be Microsoft. I don't know if you could blame them so much for that, but it really gets inconvenient because part of Vista is everything you download for your hardware has to be Windows, Microsoft approved. It's got to be an approved driver. The drivers are the things that make your computer recognize the various pieces of hardware.
Don't they work with Apple too? Apple, you can download some Apple stuff onto a XP system. I mean, iTunes, right? I mean,
yeah. You put iTunes on there.
iTunes on my computer.
And Apple, at this point, you can download a program where you can run Windows.
So other than some giant corporation, right? Mm-hmm. And you,
yeah.
Who needs that many bytes?
A lot.
Who needs 4?
You know what it is?
Other than people who play games and whatever.
Right now, probably not many people. You're right. But it's computers. The computer industry keeps moving. Games keep moving ahead. Graphics and stuff. And the games that are going to be coming out are going to need DirectX 10 and really high-end video cards. And this just is not supporting any of that right now. So that's why I bought it. Because I'm anticipating the future and upgrading accordingly.
So what would you say to casual computer user?
Windows 98.
Just stay with your Windows 98 for now.
I have XP, but it's
XP's fine.
I don't use it for anything. I get excited when I think sometimes Explorer. Mm-hmm. It'll pop up. Ooh, upgrade available.
Ooh.
So it gives me a new look.
No,
I got the new Google bar.
Right.
But other than that, I don't care. I'm not using it for its full.
I'm on your level, man.
You're not. No, see,
when it's talking about trying to figure out what's wrong with the installation.
I wind up having to replace.
When I see Norton antivirus work, says, scan something, maybe dangerous. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. You just sit there and hope for the best.
What do I do?
But he's troubleshooting.
It works.
Anthony troubleshooting.
I'm troubleshooting.
You're nuts. You know
NVIDIA card.
What usually goes wrong with my computers is the ventilation fans, because I usually wind up burning stuff up.
Why don't you get a PlayStation 3 and stop?
No.
Stop.
It will never play or look as good. I'm sorry. And all the console gamers are going to go lose their mind over it.
HD TV. HD. I see. I'm playing basketball on 360. Their shorts are wiggling, and as the games go on, their butt cheeks get sweaty. What else do you need, Anthony? Do you need somebody to come on out and actually touch you?
I think the console games are catching up. The console.
Come on, man.
The consoles.
I will always be a PC gamer. I don't like those little friggin' controllers.
They're
I
not
can't
little.
stand the goddamn controller. Mouse and keyboard. I don't want to have to look for a flashlight by pressing 80 different buttons.
Has anybody ever played?
What?
Have you ever played a game on your keyboard?
Yeah.
Not because I know you. That's what you do.
There are thousands of people. First-person shooters are all played on keyboard and mouse.
I don't like playing the pinball that comes with my computer, the one that's on the games with solitaire, where I'm trying to push an arrow space bar for the tilt and the
arrow
like you gotta push arrow then semicolon. How do you play a game with semicolon?
You got your console controller and you're bending your fingers into gang signs to try to hit the 5 buttons you need to jump and turn at the same time.
Just to drop kick somebody.
When you could just move a mouse around and your targeting is going and then you use the keys to move forward, backwards, side to side, and then you got 1,000 keys on here to turn on various things and use equipment and change things. It not have to hit 2-3 buttons at the same time.
You don't have to look down?
Never.
No, because
I know what everything is. I'm never looking down, and you will never get better aiming than you can with a mouse. Never.
That gang sign.
When you're doing first-person shooter.
Hilarious.
I've done first-person shooters with a controller. And done it with a keyboard and mouse, and you cannot get better. Shut up about the Wii. Shut up about the Wii.
You know what? You got Wii, fan? Yeah. This is my thing. I'm not here to exercise while I'm playing video games.
Exactly.
It's made for you to sit down and have your body just go into complete mush.
You shouldn't get tennis elbow from playing a video game.
Video game.
You're playing a boxing video game and you end up with tennis elbow.
I'm actually
you're getting hit in the face.
I'm doing 360 kicks against some Chinese video game character. Get out of here.
Some kind of Little Rascals boxing glove on the end of an accordion comes out and punches you in the face.
Like 6-year-olds are getting like carpal tunnel syndrome or something.
All right, defend your Wii there, Than.
You don't really need to take like a full tennis swing every time. Like that's just how they market it to the
Are you in your living room just hopping around as you're playing your Wii?
Oh, I'm having the best time.
Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
I heard it stinks.
I enjoy it thoroughly.
Dan loves his Wii. Don't try to talk down to him.
Better shape, Dan?
No, I work out. I actually exercise and I play video games too.
You exercise, Dan?
Yes, believe it or
not.
You
ever see Dan's figure? You got a good figure?
He's an animal. No, he's martial arts and all that crap.
You do karate, Dan?
Don't mess with Dan.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with him.
What do you do?
Jiu-jitsu.
What year? What's your level?
Blue belt.
What is that?
Good enough to kick your ass.
It's decent.
Belt.
God, I would hate for an open micer to beat me up.
Well, keep opening your mouth, buddy.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
How do I let a guy that just was an intern last week jiu-jitsu me? I just stab myself. I'll just stab myself. I'll go, wait, Fan, let me commit Harry Carey. Never have to watch Fan beat me up. Oh, Jesus.
I want to punch some people. How did I not do enough research? It's just...
Ant does his research.
Believe me, I do.
He's neurotic when it comes to troubleshooting and doing his research.
And I've been to so many support boards and message boards and other tech boards, and there are people like this that said, I didn't do enough research. I loaded it loaded right up. And there's other people that are going through exactly what I went through.
All right, Joe in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, Ant didn't do his research.
Well, no, I didn't say he didn't do his research. The problem is any operating system that's going to be upgraded, the day after, you can't go. The drivers are just not going to be there. I don't care whether it's NVIDIA or ATI or any of these great graphic cards. These guys just are not in the loop with Microsoft when they release this stuff.
Well, you know what? When I first loaded up Millennium, I actually upgraded to Millennium when Millennium came out, and I had no problem.
Yeah, the Millennium was a different. It's like this is 64-bit threading operating system. It's a little different.
Yeah, but you know something? When they put out an operating system with the hoopla that they put out with, and my Dell computer that I bought says Vista ready, and actually is one of the selling points is, hey, once Vista comes out, you're all hooked up. Just load it up, and then you get it and load it up. And nothing works? Where was Vista ready? All the NVIDIA cards on the boxes say Vista ready.
I understand.
Yeah.
I just stay away from them. I wouldn't go near it.
Stay away from it. Don't buy it, even though they're putting it out to all this hoopla. I'm saying it should work.
This might as well be in French. I have no idea what's going on.
All these guys who play games with the space bar. You make me sick.
Hey, that gang sign thing is going to make people laugh all week. Next time you pick up your console, you're going to think of Anthony's, I got to do a gang sign.
And it was PlayStation that, you didn't have gang signs for a minute. Now you got to...
there are buttons on the front now.
It's the left button. And clicking the
you got to do things. I don't want to push that many things.
I'm a PlayStation guy. I got arthritis in my index fingers for that dumb console.
It's ridiculous, the controller, and you will never when you
I think
aim.
It's retarded to do that.
When you aim with a mouse, look at your friggin' pointer on your computer, and you move your mouse. It's very fluid. You can put it anywhere you want in a second. It's the same thing with aiming in a game. You're using your mouse. When you have to use that goddamn controller, you're not getting the subtleties of moving that you're aiming around. And that's why usually they have the easy aim, where if you get near the guy, the targeting reticle goes on him and locks on it.
Okay.
Dude, have you played...
But that's the same thing as your mouse. You have a little dot that goes right over the guy with your mouse.
But it doesn't lock in on him when I get close to him.
Have you... Grand Theft Auto...
I got to stay on him.
Vice City Stories for the PSP?
Yeah.
When you're using the freaking sniper rifle, you can't line that thing up. It'll drive you nuts.
It's very hard.
See, enough
but
of
with
you
a
guys
mouse
with your...
But with a mouse,
it's a lot easier.
Yeah. Forget the realistic... when you play these war games, and the guy, you have the sniper rifle, and the guys... There's this new thing they do where you have to take
breathing.
A deep breath.
You got to take a breath. You got to hold your breath.
Who even needs that? That's the fun of getting a sniper rifle, is just sitting back and picking people off.
See, I like the other angle. I like the way it's like
shaking.
I like that it's not a given that you're getting a headshot if you have a sniper rifle.
Why don't you go to war for real?
If I was a few years younger.
Why do you need that in a video game?
I like the realism of I like the immersion into a game like that.
And cut.
It's wonderful.
Geek talk.
It's not geek talk, it's game talk.
It's geek talk.
Opie, a couple of people play more than that goddamn little friggin' handheld Tetris game that you play.
What?
Opie, 10 years behind in gaming.
What?
PSP is for little children.
Opie, I hate to let you in on this.
What?
A lot of people game and do more than play that new Tetris with buttery beats.
It's Luminous. Luminous 2, and they don't have buttery beats.
How about the gaming industry is outselling the movie industry?
Luminous 2, baby. Me and the 8-year-olds in the back of the minivan.
Exactly. It might be Greek to you.
Getting her freaking chores done.
It might be Greek to you, but I see every line filled up with calls.
It's geek talk.
Oh, my God.
I'm starting up with Tiger Woods.
Huh? Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I'm doing Tiger Woods.
I liked the Tiger Woods golf. Yeah, that was good stuff on a computer.
Fun game.
And you get online and you play with other people around the country.
I'll get a PlayStation 3. Actually, I'm a PlayStation guy.
You should get whatever you got to get to just stop with the
But here's the deal:
arrow key and the D as run. It's stupid.
I try to stay away from the video games. People know I got like a weird OCD thing that does pop up, and it's bad when I get into a video game.
Yeah, you just don't.
Really bad.
You don't leave it alone until you're
you're
done with it.
Not supposed to.
Yeah,
I'm just finishing Lost Planet, Jack. I'm at the last board of Lost Planet. I feel so proud of myself. I have yet to write a film script. I have yet to write a treatment, but I finished Lost Planet, and that is an accomplishment.
Really?
If anybody asks, I love when friends of mine call me and go, "Yo, you playing that Lost Planet? Yeah. Did you get past the guy with the? Come on, man. I don't even remember that. Really? Describe what he did. Oh, a couple of fireballs, and then he kidnapped your mother. All right, look. What you do, right?
We all do.
You push the negotiation bar.
Negotiation.
You go to walkthroughs online?
Yeah.
I walk through.
Yeah.
I won't put in cheat code, but I will do an occasional walkthrough.
They don't have cheat codes no more. They stopped giving you cheat codes.
Oh, you can't go XXOXX left, right. Oh.
They don't do it. They don't do it anymore.
I just got cheat codes for PSP Vice City Stories, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, after no one plays it anymore. Like it's over.
I love the walkthroughs because then it turns to Brian Regan like, oh, I see what's going on.
Oh, how did I miss that?
Right.
How did I miss that doorway? That door was not here. And you go through it. It's so good when
I'll use all the tools of the trade to try to finish levels.
I've walked around a level aimlessly for hours, and then finally you go, wait a minute, this vent was here the whole time?
Right.
And you will go through and go, oh, this is a new space. I better save. Save game.
You and your dumb computer.
Thank you, Abel, by the way, from Harlem. No buttery beats, only stroll around the world. That's right.
Stroll around the world. Oh, my God.
Luminous
2.
Oh, you just...
It's not a game. That's considered, some type of potato chip.
It's a game because it ends quickly. I need games that end quickly.
Luminous.
I need games where there has to be 20 fans cooling my computer off while the game is running.
That's just retarded.
That's the kind of game I want to play.
The lights in Anthony's neighborhood dim when he starts playing video games.
I just hear my computer go, it sounds like a 767 revving up for takeoff.
Screen?
Right now I got the 30-inch widescreen.
You playing a 30-inch on your computer?
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
All right.
It's so nice.
Enough about the gig talk.
Why, Luminous?
5 inches away from it and burn my eyeballs out.
I'll tell you why, because I feel stupid.
What's your secrets to beating Miss Pac-Man?
Yeah, right? Well, of course.
Hey, I used to love my Miss Pac-Man back in the day. I would show off with that game in the bars.
Opie skills like a girl. If he plays Lost Planet, he goes, this is dumb.
Yeah, what is this?
Bugs don't live in the cold.
Where's Donkey Kong?
I'm not that bad. All right, listen.
Yeah, unless there's music going.
Come on, he really is. Let's move on. And
no, we did.
There's a million people calling, dude. You should play.
Yeah, I love that game. I love that.
We did 25 minutes.
Can I just say one thing though? I don't have a. What do they call it? A name. I don't play online. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't?
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
There's nothing more fun than going on playing like Battlefield 1942 or one of those Vietnam or one of those games online. Because you know you're playing against real people, and they're getting annoyed when you just like headshot them, and they don't know you're standing right behind them, and you beat them with a crowbar. You don't even use a gun. You know how degrading it is to have this huge weapon out. I was playing like Half-Life online, Counter-Strike, things like that, and you could take a crowbar out and bludgeon the guy with a crowbar, and he sits there and says, so-and-so was killed with a crowbar by... It's degrading. And it's so fulfilling to do.
Listen, we got to take a break. We're really late. We got to talk about Tyra. We got to talk about the Light Bright thing.
What game is Tyra playing?
You promised.